Hello and welcome to Raju Notes channel, your pit stop for weekly current affairs updates. The updates tailor-made for students taking all kinds of competitive exams like UPSC, civils, defense and placement interviews. Please subscribe to the channel and stay updated every Sunday. In Bangladesh, the International Crimes Tribunal ICT issued warrants for the arrest of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and former Home Minister Azaduzman Khan Kamal in a case filed over alleged crimes against humanity during the July August mass uprising. A three-member ICT bench led by its chairman, Justice Gholam Murtuza, passed the order after accepting the charges against Hasina, Azuduzman, and former General of Police IGP Abdullah Al Mamoon. The former Prime Minister is already facing two other cases filed with the ICT, one over alleged involvement in enforced disappearances and extrajudicial killings, and the other over alleged killings during the 2013 Hafizat-e-Islam rally in Dhaka, Shapla Charter, as per the reports. China has warned the United States over Taiwan in response to the US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's calling China a threat to the region at a high profile summit in Singapore. China's government has accused Pete Hegseth of trying to sow division in the Asia Pacific region. Speaking at Shangri La Dialogue, Hegseth said China was credibly preparing for military action to shift Asia's power balance. He accused Beijing of rehearsing a potential invasion of Taiwan. The US Defense Secretary in the dialogue underlined that the Indo Pacific region was a priority for the Trump administration. Shangri La Dialogue in Singapore is Asia's premier forum for defense leaders, militaries, and diplomats. Miss Thailand Opal Suchata Chungasri has been crowned as Miss World 2025 at the 72nd Miss World pageant held in Hyderabad last week. Miss World 2024 Christina Presoskoa crowned Miss Thailand Opal Suchata Chungasri, making the culmination of month-long cultural exchange of competition. The grand finale brought together 108 contestants from around the globe. The top contestants have advanced through a series of fast track events like Head to Head Challenge, Top Model, Beauty with Purpose, Talent, Sports, Multimedia before being narrowed down to a 40 quarterfinalists and then a top 10 in each of the continental group, followed by the top 5, top 2, and finally one crowned winner. Speaking after being crowned Miss World, Opal Suchata Chungashri expressed a mix of joy and disbelief, calling the moment surreal. She had overwhelmed with emotions as her country had waited for over 7 decades for this achievement. In Pakistan, the Baloch Liberation Army BLA freedom fighters have taken complete control of Surab city in Balochistan province, paralyzing all military, administrative, and financial structures of the state. BLA spokesperson Jian Baloch said that the operation continued for over 3 hours, during which the fighters took control of the paramilitary forces station, police station, deputy commissioner's office, guest house, and bank, damaging infrastructure. He claimed that the BLA has taken complete control of Surab city and set up checkpoints on the Quetta Karachi and Surab Gidar main highways, further tightening restrictions on state movement through snap checking. People from Balochistan are currently fighting for their independence from Pakistan. Various human rights organizations of Balochistan have time and again highlighted the repression by Pakistani forces in the province. Prime Minister Narendra Modi met with Paraguay President Santiago Pena Palacios in New Delhi. During the meeting, two leaders are expected to review the entire gamut of bilateral relations. Mr. Palacios is on a 3 day state visit to India. Earlier, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar met President Palacios and appreciated his positive sentiments and guidance for enhancing India Paraguay cooperation in many domains. Dr. Jaishankar expressed confidence that Mr. Palacio talk with Prime Minister Narendra Modi will open new avenues for India's engagement with Paraguay and South American region. He is also scheduled to meet President Draupadi Murmu and Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar. Mr. Penna also visited Mumbai before returning to Paraguay on Wednesday. In Mumbai, President Penna met the state political leaders, representatives from business and industry, and tech leaders. India and Paraguay established diplomatic relations in 1961, fostering warm and friendly ties between the two countries over the decades. Prime Minister Narendra Modi met President of Asian Development Bank Masato Kanda in New Delhi on Sunday. In a social media post, Prime Minister said that India's rapid transformation over the last decade has empowered countless people and we are working to add further momentum to this journey. During the meeting, both sides shared perspectives on wide range of issues. Mr. Kanda conveyed that ADB will direct $10 billion, including third party capital, over the next 5 years into municipal infrastructure development, extending metro networks, building new regional rapid transit system corridors, and modernizing city services. Sharing this information on social media, Mr. Kanda said, Viksit Bharat 2047 vision is bold and ADB is supporting that ambition. Noting that India is steadfast partner of ADB, he emphasized that by scaling up public and private sector finance, deepening knowledge, collaboration, and mobilization, ADB stands ready to support India's drive to become a developed nation by 2047. He added that it is ready to deliver inclusive, resilient, and sustainable growth for its 1.4 billion people. The 17th edition of India Mongolia Joint Military Exercise Nomadic Elephant is underway at the Special Forces Training Center at Ulaanbaatar in Mongolia. This edition of the exercise, which is scheduled to run from 31st May to 13th of June, is set to include an expanded range of activities that reflect the growing defense cooperation between India and Mongolia. The opening ceremony was graced by key dignitaries, including India's ambassador to Mongolia, Atul Mahir, and Major General Lagansqueren Ganaselim from Mongolian side. Both dignitaries conveyed their best wishes to the participating troops, expressing hope that the exercise would foster greater cooperation and mutual understanding between the two nations and armed forces. They further emphasized that this exercise will not only enhance the operational readiness of both armies but will also contribute to strengthening of the enduring Indo-Mongolia defense relationship. The joint drill will involve counter-terrorism operations in semi-mountainous terrain, a critical area of operational focus given to the contemporary secure landscape. The troops will also rehearse activities conducted during United Nations peacekeeping operations, simulating real world situations where multinational forces will collaborate effectively in these complex environments. Union Minister for Development of Space Dr. Jitendra Singh announced that the Indian astronaut group captain Subhanshu Shukla will conduct food and nutritional rated experiments on board the International Space Station ISS. The experiment will be conducted as part of the upcoming Axiom Mission 4. In a media briefing on Saturday, Dr. Singh said that the experiment will examine the impact of microgravity and space radiation on edible microalgae, a high potential and nutrient rich food source. He said that the study will focus on key growth parameters and the changes in transcriptomes, proteinomes, and metabolomes of various algal species in space compared to Earth conditions. The space biology experiments aboard the ISS will be conducted using indigenously developed biotechnology kits under the Department of Biotechnology. These specialized kits, tailored for microgravity conditions, have been designed and validated by Indian scientists to ensure precision and reliability in space based research. Group Captain Shukla is part of the first team of Indian astronauts trained for human space flights. The Axiom 4 mission is planned private space flight to the International Space Station ISS operated by Axiom Space in partnership with SpaceX and NASA. The flight is scheduled to lift off from Kennedy Space Center on 8th of June. The Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, in collaboration with Department of Pharmaceuticals, will launch Jan Aushadhi Kendra experimental learning program on this Sunday. Under this 15 days program, 5 youth volunteers will be deployed to 5 Jan Aushadhi Kendras in each district across the country. Volunteers will be involved in a range of responsibilities, including assisting with daily operations, supporting inventory and medicine management, and promoting awareness about generic medicines and public health literacy. By embedding young youth volunteers from Jan Aushadhi Kendras, the program will not only promote hands on learning but also instill values of service, discipline, and community oriented professionalism. This initiative will create a vital link between the youth development and public health outreach, while also enhancing the reach of Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana. The United States has withdrawn about 500 troops from Syria following the fall of the Assad regime and a shift in its Middle East policy. The United States has vacated 3 bases in Syria. In April, the Pentagon announced its plan to decrease its military troops in Syria from 2,000 to under 1,000 as part of efforts to consolidate U.S. forces. Despite its reduction in troops in Damascus and lifting sanctions, the US has its doubts over Syria's new interim leader, Ahmed al Shara. India's Garden Research Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited (GRSE) and Norway's Kongsberg Oslo signed a memorandum of understanding which paves the way for India to build its first ever polar research vehicle (PRV) indigenously. The memorandum of understanding was signed in presence of Union Minister of Port, Shipping and Waterways Sarbananda Sonowal in Oslo. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Sonowal said that this memorandum of understanding is a beacon of hope and progress, signaling India's unwavering commitment to scientific advancement and sustainable development. The vessel will be equipped with the latest scientific equipment, enable researchers to explore the ocean's depth, study marine ecosystem, and unlock new insights into our planet's past, present, and future. Mr. Sonowal participated in ministerial discussions on the shipping and ocean business and reaffirmed India's vision of Mahasagar, ensuring growth for all. Chief Advisor of the Interim Government of Bangladesh, Dr. Muhammad Yunus, announced that the country's next election will be held in the first half of April next year. Delivering a televised address to the nation on the eve of Eid ul Azha, Dr. Yunus said that the Election Commission will provide a detailed roadmap for the elections at an appropriate time. The chief advisor added that the government is taking all necessary measures to ensure a favorable environment for the polls. During his address, Dr. Yunus also said that propaganda is being spread that Bangladesh has provided a corridor for Rakhine State, which is a complete lie. French aerospace major Dassault Aviation and India's Tata Advanced System Limited have signed 4 agreements to jointly manufacture the fuselage of Rafale fighter aircraft in India. That will mark production of the critical component for the first time outside France. It is a significant step forward in strengthening the country's aerospace manufacturing capabilities and supporting a global supply chain. A joint press release issued by the company said that the facility represents a significant investment in India's aerospace infrastructure and will serve as a critical hub for high precision manufacturing. Under the partnership, Tata Advanced Systems will set up a cutting edge production facility in Hyderabad for manufacture of key structural sections of Rafale aircraft. As per the deal, the first fuselage sections are expected to roll off the assembly line in 2028. The facility is expected to deliver up to two complete fuselages per month. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will attend the G7 summit at Kananaskis in Canada later this month. Mr. Modi yesterday received a call from Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney. In a social media post, Prime Minister congratulated Mark Carney on his recent election victory and thanked him for the invitation to the G7 summit. Mr. Modi added that India and Canada will work together with a renewed vigor, guided by mutual respect and shared interests as vibrant democracies bound by deep people to people ties. The Prime Minister said that he looks forward to meeting the Canadian Prime Minister at the summit. The Group of Seven summit will be held at the Canadian province of Alberta from 15th to 17th of this month. Talking to reporters in Ottawa, Prime Minister Carney said that the G7 will focus on forging partnership with emerging and developing nations. He said India should be at the table as the country is one of the largest economies in the world and plays a key role in global supply chains. India and Central Asian countries have expressed interest in a joint exploration of rare earth and critical minerals. In a joint statement released, followed by the fourth meeting of India's Central Asia Dialogue held in New Delhi on Sunday, under the chairmanship of External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, the participating nations encouraged exchange of delegations to explore new areas of cooperation in critical minerals. Foreign Affairs Minister of Kazakhstan, the Kyrgyz Republic, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan attended the meeting. Appreciating the outcomes of the first India Central Asia Rare Earth Forum held in September last year in New Delhi, the ministers called upon the relevant authorities to hold the second India Central Asia Rare Earth Forum meeting at the earliest convenience. In the joint statement, India and the Central Asian countries also emphasized the importance of greater financial connectivity between them, particularly through digital payment systems. Prime Minister Narendra Modi laid foundation stones, inaugurated dedicated multiple development projects worth over 46,000 crore rupees in Jammu and Kashmir during his visit on Sunday. Mr. Modi inaugurated the world's highest railway arch bridge, Chenab Bridge, and India's first cable stayed rail bridge, Anji Khad Bridge. He also dedicated the Udhampur Srinagar Baramulla Rail Link USBRL to the nation, which has been constructed at a cost of around 44,000 crore rupees. Addressing the gathering at Katra after inaugurating the project, Prime Minister highlighted that the state of the art Chenab Bridge will improve connectivity between Jammu and Srinagar. He expressed happiness, said that the country for Kashmir to Kanyakumari is now connected by railway network. Mr. Modi said that the Udhampur Srinagar Baramulla rail line project is a symbol of new empowered Jammu and Kashmir and a resounding proclamation of India's growing strength. He asserted that the Chenab and Anji bridge will serve as a gateways to prosperity for Jammu and Kashmir. Mr. Modi observed that while people travel to Paris to see Eiffel Towers, the Chenab bridge surpasses its height, making it not only a crucial infrastructure achievement but also an emerging tourist attraction.
Well, that's all, friends, for this week's updates. See you soon next Sunday on the same channel. Till then, take care. Bye bye.